Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the NFL Brenner Blast video for Monday, October 23rd, coming to you live from Costa Rica. All right, we're coming off a tough weekend, and I'm telling you, NFL right now, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of questions, and also there's a lot of teams are showing they might be better than people are giving them credit for. However, our record 27-33, we're going to scale it down a bit on the amount of picks, and also I'm going to sharpen this pencil. It's not how you start, by God, it's how you finish, and we're going to finish strong in NFL. Last year, I'm telling you, that playoff run was no fluke at 27-5. So hang in there, and to the naysayers, just hang in there also, because we're going to prove you wrong, by God. All right, thus far this year, you got a lot of interesting stuff going on. Yesterday, the Broncos, what's going on with that offense? Is Trevor Siemian the quarterback for that team? If he doesn't turn it around quick, I think you're going to see him get yanked sooner than later. Then you got the LA Rams, Jared Goff, that quarterback's playing like a damn veteran. 33-0 shellacking of the Cardinals yesterday. Cardinals, they lost Carson Palmer, the 38-year-old broken arm. I don't know if he's going to be back, and if he does, what's he got left in the tank? And you got Jacksonville yesterday. Defense is solid. Blake Bortles finally had that complete game. He looked like the veteran that he should have been a long time ago, and for the money that they paid him. But Jacksonville, they're turning some heads. Then you got the Panthers, and I own this one. I thought this team would come out hungry this year. All right, I just don't see anything that's consistent. And yesterday, Cam Newton started to go back to his old ways. When he starts making mistakes, it becomes, just like repetitive for him. So Riverboat Ron, the coach, Ron Rivera, he is not happy, and I'm telling you, Carolina Panther country, not going to be a fun place to be this week at their practice facility. I guarantee it. Then last night, you had a repeat of the Super Bowl. Patriots dominated the Falcons, just dominated them. And that defense, they certainly shut up the media and the naysayers, just like we're going to do, by God. But yeah, that defense stepped up. Bill Belichick, I just never go against him. He's never out of the game no matter what, and he finds ways to plug holes. Gronkowski played a big part. Tom Brady, just being Tom Brady, the guy is in beast mode. So look out, Patriots are definitely on the rise again. Now, on the NFC North, you got Minnesota quietly at 5-2. Packers trailing behind 4-3. Packers, I think, are in for a rut. Brett Hundley, I don't think he's going to be the man for the job. He's got to cut back on his mistakes, and he's got to look more confident at the line of scrimmage when he's calling an audible. He really seems out of place there. Then you look over to the West, you got the Rams 5-2, followed by Seattle 5-2. That's going to be a hell of a battle right there, because the Rams with Gurley and Goff, they're for real. And then you've got the South. You've got New Orleans at 4-2, quietly getting done. Drew Brees said, you know what? Our defense is better than people think, and this team has more experience, and people are going to be turning their heads because we're going to make it happen. I like that attitude with them. Carolina following at 4-3, and then the Falcons at 3-3. In the East, of course, tonight's battle, you got Philadelphia at 5-1, Washington at 3-2. So Philly can really distance themselves tonight in that division, and trust me, that is on their minds. AFC East, you got Pittsburgh at 5-2, Buffalo at 4-2, and Miami quietly at 4-2. But Miami's quarterback issues are going to bite them in the ass. I really feel that later on in the season. I think that defense can only go so far with that team, and I don't think they're going to win a whole bunch of ball games because of the inconsistency at quarterback. Matt Moore, is he the man for the job? I don't know. Hell, if he gets hurt, they're really going to be in a quagmire. Then in the North, you got Pittsburgh 5-2, Baltimore 3-4. Pittsburgh definitely putting some distance between them and the Ravens right now. And in the South, as we touched on, Jacksonville 4-3, Tennessee 4-3, and the Houston Texans at 3-3, coming off of a bye week. They're going to be playing this Sunday. All right, upcoming this week, you got Miami at Baltimore for Thursday Night Football. Miami, quick turnaround. See how they respond. Baltimore coming off of an ass whooping. That ought to be an interesting game. You got the Falcons taking on the Jets. That's going to be an interesting game this week to see how the Atlanta bounces back, and if they've got any resiliency to look something like the team of last year. And you got Dallas at Washington. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves with Washington because they haven't played tonight, but next week, that's a big matchup at home facing Dallas. And also Oakland at Buffalo. That's going to be an interesting game. We're going to see what Derek Carr's really got offensively going up against that Buffalo defense. Houston is playing at Seattle. That could be the game of the week. That is going to be a battle. I'm a big Deshaun Watson fan, but Seattle yesterday, that defense started resembling the Seattle defense of old. And you got one this week, Pittsburgh going to Detroit. That could be a damn gunslinging contest between Big Ben and also Matthew Stafford. And then Monday night, Denver at Kansas City. That's when shit's going to get real for Denver because their defense cannot stay on the field that long. They better come up with some offensive weapons. All right, guys. guys, again, the Eagles tonight, I love them. They're going to be at home against Washington. It opened at -4. It's now sitting at 5.5. But I think the advantage here is going to be with the Eagles on the first half, -3. They're going to be rocking that stadium. They know they can separate themselves from Washington, and they can really put some distance there. They owned them in week 1 at 30-17, and Zach Ertz, the tight end, will be the man tonight. All right, guys, bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that bank with Brenner NFL style. As we bounce back, we're going to do it one game at a time. Tonight, Philadelphia Eagles on the first half, -3. And don't forget, the Brenner Blast is coming to you, baby.